Welcome, Locksmithing Innovations. Jeff here. Video 17. This video is about different tools, tips, and tricks I use when dealing with panic bar. Basically, the first thing that I've done for years now is when it deals with hollow metal doors and hollow metal frames, usually on the rear door properties or whatnot, I will use the super strong brand of magnets I get from my welding store, tool store. Now, Covert Instruments, lock-picking lawyer, also carry these. They say, now I don't know because I've never used them for that, they say they can open up electric strikes and frames with these. I personally have never tried. Now, when I'm putting them on the door, I'll usually use a level, and then that'll help me. Now this particular level, I use 4 more of them. I cut polycarbonate inserts into my Swanson level and drilled and tapped the polycarbonate to hold four magnets. Now that level is extremely useful. Well, I don't need to use it for this. I can use it for anything. It actually was a magnetic base level, but they're not strong enough. I can actually hold hardware on these. Now, if I have a heavier panic bar with these on and these on, if I set the panic bar on top of it, I've got a super heavy platform. Normally, just the 2 magnets here are good enough. I can still use this magnet for frame and door work. Check and see if my frame's plumb. Check and see my frame is level, and all kinds of things. Great idea to have a couple. I actually have a 4-footer like that too, all set up like that too, so I can turn around. Now, what this enables me to do is this enables me to get the precise location of the panic bar for clearance of the head, okay? For clearance of the head from the frame. And that, I know most companies send templates, but the most common thing I find in panic bar installation is when the cover's on, it's not clearing your strike, whether it's an electric strike or a mechanical strike, or the hole hasn't been lined up properly for your rim cylinder, and you have binding with your key. You know, when you start to turn it, it starts to turn freely, so you know it's not a cylinder problem. But as you turn it more, you're getting binding, meaning your tailpiece is in proper alignment. This particular method, not only do I use these for new installs, but I'll also use them when I'm rekeying or troubleshooting or changing something on a panic bar. These magnets, I've used these for over 30 years. I also use these magnets extensively for welding and fabricating. If I'm making window bars, custom window bars. A little while ago I made a vault door frame for a client, for a vault door, an older vault door. These come in handy for all kinds of uses, as well as these. Now, also dealing with panic hardware, an idea that I seen a while ago on CLK Supplies, channel, PJ, was panic hardware being installed with Eric. PJ was interviewing a gentleman by a locksmith, a shop owner by the name of Eric, and noticed in his truck that he had suction cups. And Eric demonstrated. Loved it, great idea. I will give anybody credit for great ideas. What I did with mine though, is I bought a pair of 7-inch from Amazon. Got a pack out case. This is for the cleaning pads and accessory pads for those suction cups. Now, in the bottom, so it's sitting on a level surface, is another piece of polycarbonate. So I'm going to take that out right now just to show you. This whole bottom has a piece of polycarbonate. That keeps my suction cups clean of debris and everything else, and keeps them in good shape. So, and between the Kaizen foam insert, I can also have them not rattle around or anything else during transport. So that's the great thing about custom cases or making custom cases. So my investment from Amazon, shipping, I'm an Amazon Prime, wasn't that much for these 2 suction cups. Now what I did do is I took 4-inch aluminum angle iron, measured the width, drilled and tapped for 2 quarter 20 screws. I think they're about 3/4 inch long. I put some trailer ball levels if I want to use them. I don't really use them that much. Now same thing here. I would set my level between there, pump it up some, and now I've got 2. In PJ's video and Eric showed doing it with 1, which I guess if you find your center of balance is more than possible. I prefer to do it with 2. And there you go there. I'm sitting my panic bar on it again. Now obviously I'm not installing this panic bar in this door. First and foremost, it is too short, and so basically that's using his glass method. Now where I find this is really important is recently I'm doing a lot of building entrance upgrades, getting them off of the 4513, Adams Wright 4513 dead latch, and onto panic bars inside so they can't attack them. What I'll do is I'll take all the guts out, use a Schlage modular. Okay, I can use any core I want. Once I do the Schlage modular, I could actually probably put a GMS Weiser or any other core in there for the client's need. In fact, I've done that. Put a Weiser keyway in there. Okay, and that stays in the existing door. And now I have to line up the tailpiece properly for the panic bar so I don't have binding for going into the panic bar. Once I take all the guts out of the 4513 and put it back on the door, then I'll use the set screw and I'll use a security collar, a KT24, and now this holds it. So if I ever need to rekey, theoretically, if I put a key in the lock, I could take this out without taking the panic bar off the door. Just have to be very careful on lining up the tailpiece when I reinstall it and thread it. Okay, I've also done ones with MS bolts. Okay, swing up bolts. Now, the way I do the swing up bolts, you'll see I just pulled that up because I take a hole saw. Now I haven't got the set screw in this one because this was my first one to make sure the function and the theory worked. because usually I use an old MS bolt or a dead latch, 4513 dead latch. So what I did is took a hole saw, cut through the mechanism that joins the swing up bolt, and that's enabled me to screw in this modular cylinder. Of course, with multi-lock making the Remo, I did one with multi-lock and no problem whatsoever, because the Remo, I just, instead of putting an Adams Right cam on it, I put a Remo tailpiece on it. Now, if I don't have the thing turned just right, there we go there. So there you go, I put that in there. Now, where this is really super important is when we found a manufacturer of doors that they're screwing in the MS bolt and the dead latch with nuts in a back track that will fall. And the way the doors are assembled, they don't even fall out the bottom of the door. You can't get new nuts in. They fall to the bottom. You hear them fall to the bottom. And the only way of getting those nuts or the hardware back on the door is by taking off, and in this case they had continuous hinges, the whole continuous hinge, which is ridiculous to get hardware and change out hardware. So when we've come across these doors, this method of upgrading to a panic bar where I can drill right through with a hole saw, 1-inch hole saw, and cut the part that activates the MS bolt off, and then screw in another cylinder. I do some pencil marks on the door when the tailpiece is straight up and down, and then I've been using a lot the EX88 from Adams Right. They also make the EX89, which has a standard Pullman latch. The EX88 has a connected, they call it an interconnected panic bar. And where that is it has the star wheel or the paddle wheel that interconnects with the strike. And you can now buy the electric strike that interfaces with those. Great buy. So I want to thank everybody. I am taping this video 17 on the last Sunday of November, which is American Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's had a great Thanksgiving weekend and with Black Friday and Cyber Monday and enjoyed the football games. Thank everyone for the views so far and the subscriptions. Once again, this is Jeff from Locksmithing Innovation, and this is just some panic bar tips and tricks that help you work with panic bars easier maybe than you have before. As I say, the suction cup idea came from a video I watched of PJ's on CLK Supplies and Eric. Great idea. I just happened to make, and my suction cups, actually I didn't alter them in any way because they had these holes. They had these holes here, and all I had to do was utilize those two holes in the angle iron. Now I did put high friction rubber on there, which is 3M taped onto there, so there's no way things will slip either or scratch. And as I say, that goes right in my case. Just sits right in there like that. And once I press the release, and then boom, I put the extra piece of Kaizen foam. They're sitting on clear Lexan right in the bottom. And once I put the extra piece of Kaizen foam on top of it, nothing slides around. And I'll just give you a picture of that. So boom, that's in there. Those things aren't going to fall around. And boom, once again, as I said to Other people, I do love pack out. I believe it's Jason from SE Locks. Me and him are never going to agree because he doesn't like pack outs on that. I love his videos too. Great channel. Okay, everyone take care. Happy holidays. And once again, thanks for watching. This is Jeff signing out. Take care.